So as we know, post-pandemic, it has become an important thing to go digital, and a lot of businesses are still wanting to go digital. But what happens is going digital. I have shared my presentation screen, so please let me know, guys, if the screen is visible. You can put it into the chat box. Thank you, ICP Institute. I'll just make a full screen for this presentation. I hope the full screen is visible to all the participants. So this company name is called as What If Retalytics. It is pronounced as What If Retalytics. It's basically for retail analytics. We are located in Bombay, in one of the suburbs of Bombay, and we are catering to more than 70 businesses, which is currently domestic. We will also start catering to international customers very soon. So why? Okay, the screen sharing is not visible. Thank you. Just give me 1 minute. I'll share the screen. I hope the screen is visible now. Can we see the presentation on the screen, guys? Sure, thank you, Sanjana. So, thank you, ICP Institute. So quickly, theoretically, we will just go through this for just a moment, for just 2 minutes, and we will look into practical examples. Now, this Google My Business is a platform which we can leverage to attract new customers, which are looking for our businesses on digital platforms or probably on Google search engines and Google Maps. So when we set up a retail business like brick and mortar store, could be an institute, could be a doctor's business, could be a doctor's clinic, hospital services, could be anything for that matter. It could be a library, it could be a bookstore. When people go on Google search, they would want to have a look at the business. And once they click on a particular business, they would want to see how they can interact with a particular business. Now, as you know, people are they have their business on the Google My Business, but they are not maintaining it so that new customers can contact them. So, what is the theory behind this? Is we are wanting to build a growth culture using the technology, growth culture and marketing, which is typically focused on customer experience. So, when a particular customer is wanting to come into our for doing a search on Google's Maps, the netizens or the users should stumble upon our profile, and once they click on our profile, they should be able to contact us digitally. Now, we are an information management company. We are typically into customer management, omni-channel digital customer engagement, rich messaging services, social media content management, and digital brand management. So this is some of our forte for our company. What is the agenda today? Today, the role of businesses like education institute, apparel store, coffee stores, doctors clinic, etc. Why it is important to modernize, why we need the right technology to serve the customers, and some of the service demos. Now, the role of the physical businesses, education. Now, here it is that we know that e-commerce is really growing at a very high speed, be it Amazon, be it Flipkart, or any other company. They have started to roll down the market in such a way that retailers are having a hard time selling the products and services which they have. Be it for education institutes, the foreign funding like Simply Learn, Great Lakes, all these people have taken up majority of the market share for the businesses. Now, retailers, what they need to do, they need to act. They need to act on creating more awareness about their business, creating more networking channels for the business so that the new customers should be able to find and communicate with the business and also get a customer experience. So what here in the slide says, 45% of customers, they did not believe that the overall physical businesses have become more inviting post lockdown. So that means retailers are doing very less from the digital perspective in order to attract customers. The technology that drives sales for in-store retailers, with an average 48% of consumers prefer to take services in person. Despite we have a demand of people taking services in person, uh, we still do not have a proper digital channels to communicate with our customers, give them convenience, give them customer experience. And that is what we're going to do, and that is what the idea here of this particular discussion today is. Despite the learning boom, 58% of students and learners still prefer to receive in-class training. But are we still able to tap them? Are we still able to engage them on certain subjects of ours which they might be interested in taking up? So these are some things. So why it is important to modernize? So when a customer walks into a physical business, now there is an expectation that the business would already know who the particular customer is and what he is looking for. It's like a filtered prospects which has walked down into your business and you already know about that prospect. So it is important to modernize because it's important to know your customer. It's important to know what he or she feels about your business and what exactly they're looking for. But with the right technology and approach, we can definitely overcome this challenge of people finding us on digital channels. What is the enhance students' prospect experience with the building latest technology, brand presence, and visibility? So when we work digitally, be it on a channel like a Facebook or LinkedIn or any other social media channels like Twitter and Google My Business, when people start searching for our business online, Google starts showing them links for our businesses like Facebook and LinkedIn. What happens is the brand awareness spreads in this part. When they click on a Facebook link, they get to see the latest post and latest collection, just like what you see on Instagram. Now, what happens? There is a brand impression which has now transferred into the user's mind, and probably he or she may carry on that forward or kind of share it with other people when and when required. So there's a lot of communication that happens between a business and individual customers. But what is happening, business owners who are not very active on digitally, they are unable to tap on those opportunities. Now, by using our services, what retailers can benefit? Retailers can benefit in doing a 25% upsell cross-sell opportunity. So when a person is approaching to buy a t-shirt, we just don't show them a t-shirt. We also show them additional accessories which might go along with going casual or a party wear or maybe a formal wear for that matter. So we just don't show them t-shirts. We also show them additional products which we have. We're going to see how we show, etc. Customer convenience. So let's say if you are active on digital business like Google My Business, for example, if a customer is searching for a business online, then are we able to give him convenience about answering basic questions like what time the store is open or what kind of collection the store might have? The customer is looking for a specific item. Is that item available in the store right now? Or maybe after a few days. So those kind of experience a customer, they don't want to call a store. They don't want to walk down to the store because parking is an issue, moving out is an issue. So they would want to have everything from at their home. They're okay to go and pick the item physically, but they really want to search before they move forward. So is my slide not visible again? It's visible. Thank you, ICP Institute. So we got responses from, so now by using the system, we had a filtered lead generation, so 75% filtered lead generation. So now we know, so if we are running a technical institute, if we are running an apparel store, so or if you're running a perfume store or a fragrance store for that matter, so now customer can start making inquiries about the perfumes on the digital channel. I'm going to show you that how it works. Okay, so we'll move forward to the next slide. So how this works? So our business solution, the right technology to serve customers. So we have an auto chatbot response system. I'm sure most of the people know about this Autobot since a lot of things are going about in artificial intelligence. So for the first thing is A prompt reply to a customer query can turn them into a profitable customer or a follower. Now, what happens when most of the things, when we go to a Google chat, um, there is a text which is written from the Google site which says that this business typically responds in 6 hours, or this business typically responds in 24 hours. Now, what we do is we bring that statistics from maybe 6 hours or 24 hours to a few minutes. So when you start your service with our company for this particular part, the chat options which a user clicks, now that the SLA comes down to 1 minute. So whenever a customer is clicking on the chat box for our business, the Google is going to write a text to them that typically responds in 1 minute. So when this information goes to a customer that this business responds digitally in less than 1 minute, they are more than happy to communicate with us and stick with us. So prompt reply, definitely there was a question at around 10:15 a.m. You can see a bit on the slide. Hello, is the store opening time? What is the store opening time? And there's a quick response in less than 1 minute saying that, dear customer, our store timings are 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Kindly visit. Now, what happens? Now, this is a very small thing, that store opening time, etc. But this is where retailers are lacking behind, right? Because when a customer is asking for a question about a store is open or any specific items available, there is no response from business owners. I'm not saying this happens by everyone, but it happens when you're busy with your business. It's not possible for business owners to reply to a particular customer all the time. Some of the customers do get unattended. The second part is over 67% of digital customers, they believe to chat with business than making a phone call. And I think that is true after lockdown, that I would want to first inquire, because that's the reason WhatsApp is also quite famous, right? Because you just put up a chat text message and you throw your phone away. I mean, whenever person wants, you had to communicate a message which you have done. Now you don't have to call 3 or 4 times just to speak about a message. So you can use our conversational AI engine to enhance customer experience across the social media channels. So currently we are doing this for Google My Business, but we are also horizontally expanding this to our other channels like Facebook, Twitter, etc. Now, some examples on business messages. So how this practically works. So I've pulled out some of the examples from our customers. So Book Lovers is one of the customers from our one of the suburbs in Bombay, and you can see I have taken a screenshot, a screen copy of one of the messages. So there is a customer called as Prabhir Arora, and he has simply written that, hi, are you open? And you can see there's a quick message which has gone to him saying that yes. And this is done by our team. I mean, our company replies on instantly to customers' messages. So the other examples are like Rajesh Malani. He's saying, good afternoon. Do you have a Pablo Neruda's poetry book? Now, this is for a book lover, a bookstore. That's the reason the questions are related to books. I'll show you other related questions also. Now, sometimes when we are not, our team is not very accustomed with the subject which we are dealing. So especially like my team probably may not know that Pablo Neruda's poetry book is available in the stock or not. So what typically the team does is they quickly respond through a contact number that please contact on this. But this thing is going to improve moving forward. We are going to link our the bot response directly with the stock management system, so that we are able to find out if these books are available and give and give the relevant responses. Again, there is a question for book lovers that, do you have One Direction, Who We Are? It's a name of the book. So again, there's a response that, please contact us on this number. There must be a delay in this response because there could be a holiday. So the response system works from Monday to Saturday. So that's the reason, there could be a 1 day delay over there. So there's a Divya Pimple, there's a question, and again, there's some answer. And then again, she says, tell me now if you have it or not. The customer is so eager to know. So you can see in the first thing, do you have a book? The response system says you call on the number, but she says, no, you let me know right now. Can you tell me now? Again, the system says that you call the number, and she says, no, tell me now if you have it or not. You can see that how desperate a customer is to know whether the book is available or not. And if you reply to such queries promptly, then definitely the customer is going to walk into the store. And again, she gives a question mark. And again, there's a response from our team that please call us on this number. And directly there's an owner responding that this book is not available. So do you have Devendra Vora's book, some name of the book? And then there's a response, let me check. So these are some engagement things like what we are planning. Let's say when you have put "let me check." Meantime, when the customer is waiting for you to come back, we can start sending him out our meantime. Something like when during your wait time, please have a look and on our other collections. You can start sending them fiction collection. You can start sending them the philosophical or historic collection. Meantime, you are checking for the availability of his book. In this way, the cross-selling enhances and a customer is likely to buy more than one book. So yeah, there's another book is available in English. No, I wanted it in Hindi. No problem. You're welcome. There's another by Shruti Karekar, again for book lovers. For more of the books, let me skip to other. This is a Pinakin Garments. Again, it's a Pune store. So there's a customer saying, Rajni Ray, why is your phone coming engaged? I'm trying to call you from morning and I want to buy Hutchings uniform for my daughter. And there is a response, please call on this number. Um, there's another message for the same store. Do you have under KG girls uniform for Undri Bishop schools? And again, there's a response, please call us on this. We are moving forward and improving these systems by not just saying, please call on this number, but definitely trying, as I just said, to engage by sending them more messages and engaging them. Now, there's a question for one of the footwear stores that are leather shoes available for 8 years old boy? And again, there's a message that you please call us on this number. Now, the thing here is at least user think that he got respected when he spoke a particular question because at least there's a response. Even pre-lockdown and post-lockdown, we had experienced that there was a single response from the business user, even if the question is asked. So, couple of more things. There's a question by one of the jewelers, like give me a contact number, and the owner quickly gave the contact number. There was also a question by Rachna Relay. I wanted some USDs. What is the today's rate, etc. Can you please call on your number on my number? And that's how it goes. Now there was also a response. This is the cake of the day, one of these stores, cake stores. So we sent them yesterday a Gudi Padwa message since there was a festival in Maharashtra. And the customer indeed replied to us saying that same engagement thing that we are speaking about. Again, for the cake of the day, can you please tell me the cake price per kg? So probably you can respond to that or just give them a message. There's one more interesting thing that for the cake of the day, it's a cake confectionery store. There was a question asked, are there any offerings going on for Women's Day? Because, one of the Women's Days greeting was sent to this customer. So that's the reason she started to ask if there's any offering going on for this one. And we said no. The owner said no. There's another question by Ramesh, a cake order. I want to order a cake and the cake the owner says, okay, contact number to call, etc. There's a store at Pune called as Cocoon. So there's a question called as traditional girls dress not available. So again, we call that as please contact on this number. So there's a lot of scenarios that you can see that customers are wanting to interact with us. One of these two things which I wanted to show you, important thing is one of the Kara Fashions, our customer, when we do postings on regular basis on Google My Business, when we do postings on Google My Business, now customer, what they did, one of the customer named Riten Shah, what they did is they actually tagged the post and they asked the question directly to the business. You can see the picture is not available due to some reason, but I'll show you what was the post like. So this is the post, new arrivals, tie-dye mask. So directly they tagged the post and they said, price, please. Now, my people were not aware of the price. The team was not aware of the price. So they simply said, please provide your contacts. And directly there was a owner response that it's rupees 80 each. And this was that post done in September 2021 last year. So they tagged this post and they came to business messages asking for these creative masks. Another example for the same customer, there was a Kara Fashions, there was another user called as Yashvi Gajar, and she again tagged the post and then she asked the question. This was the post, it was a footwear, and you can see that there's some information written on this. And based on this, she asked the question, can you send other flip-flop stock pics? Now you can see the reason for me to show you this, that customers are waiting for businesses to interact with them. Now there's another post which was tagged Indian designer clutches. You can see all these things that customers are actually waiting for you to interact with them. Now there's an example on business profile management. This is a small video. Let's see this. Now, this is a video taken from phone. This is actually for a Shahi restaurant. It's one of the non-vegetarian restaurants. I'm extremely sorry for people who are vegetarians here. Um, uh, but this is one of the recordings. Apologize with people who are vegetarians, but that's fine. So you can see once we upgrade the profile on Google, how it starts to look at. Initially, this profile was totally blank. There was no pictures. It was totally black, and we tried to make it as professional as we could. You can see there's a call, chat, update, all the options available here. Um, you can see the updates. We have updated the food menus. There's a call now option, so customer can directly call now. You also have a message option, which is currently not appearing, but there's a message option which comes. So with that message options, customers can directly message to business. But for restaurants, we are also coming up with a product wherein customers can directly do an order from the business profile. And whatever post we do, they directly get inside, they go into the photos for a particular business. You can see all these pictures, but these pictures are the old ones, but the ones which you can see on the top is all which is updated by us. So this was an example for this. What is example of an auto response system? So this is a technical training institute. Okay, you can see this is a technical training institute called as pedagogy trainings. And there are four options available to a user called as visiting time, contact details, program details. So a user clicks on course and program details, and you can see there's a bot which is trying to respond to this particular system. And you can see there's a lot of courses which comes as in the form of a carousel. So these are like sliders which are moving in this, and a person says view details for a particular course, like for business analytics, I guess. And then there are more courses which are within that category. So ETL, Microsoft, different various courses are available. And but what is the end to this? You can see that once a particular person clicks on a specific course, so Tableau Desktop Basics. So there are three options. Yes, I'm interested. Go to the website. Go to main course. So let's say a person clicks on yes, I'm interested. Okay, so he clicks on yes, I'm interested. And there's a question which starts coming on from the bot. It's like a form. So he says, enter your name. So the person will enter the name. It's going to say, enter your email and phone number. And the moment the person writes the phone number and the email, etc., whatever information the person is writing on this live chat bot, um, an email is sent to the business owner directly within few seconds. The email is sent to a business owner saying that this particular person just filled a form on the auto live response system. So the person has filled the number, name, and the email. And you can see the bot says, thanks for filling the form. We will forward the contact form very soon. And the same information, name, Akshay Jadhav, phone number, email address, interested course name, something. So these things directly go as an email to the business. So the user is asking again, when can I visit the institute? And there's going to be a response from the system. So you can visit the institute anytime between 9:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And that's how it goes. What is an example of a good business profile management? You can see one of the customers called as Speedy, located in one of the suburbs of Bombay. You can see how the profile looks like. There's a call option, there's a chat option, there's an update option, there is a product option. So all the options available. How this is the cake of the day. So you can see we have made these postings. So we do every day 5 postings to a particular profile, along with the hashtags, which actually helps in the search engine optimization. Examples on a bad business profile management, you can see some of the profile looks like this, wherein there is no call, there is no chat, there is no products, there is no update, there are no pictures, there's just a black mountain which we see. And this is an example of a bad profile. So customers cannot contact you even if they are interested in your business. So guys, this was from my side, and I would really appreciate any questions which you have from your side. So we have Priyank Runwal, we have ICP Institute, we have one of the persons joined us from the mobile. So this was from my side, was a short meeting, but yes, we are currently doing this as a uh, paid option out here, because let me just do a sharing of our plan here. So this is our plan. You're spending around 24 rupees per day on an average, which is as low as your tea expenditures, which we have on daily basis. So we have a 4,500 6-monthly plan. And what are we going to get in this? We're going to get 3 to 5 posts in a day. We're going to get an auto response system, which I just showed it to you in the video. We are going to get product updates, wherein we can add products in our catalog, and once a particular customer is interested, they click on the product and directly come on our WhatsApp. That functionality, I haven't shown it to you in this webinar, but moving forward, yes, I will. I can, if you're interested, I can proceed further to show you those examples. So we are going to get a store visibility, SEO, organic SEO that we're going to do. Your store will be digitally listed and going to be maintained every day. Google says that you need to maintain your store every day in order for it to maintain the ranking. We can also get you a sample website if you're not having a website right now. We can do store promotions, but that can happen after 3 months or 4 months of setting up this digital store. If you have a store, but currently you're not maintaining it, then you can also opt for this service. So 4,500, it's for 6 months with 18% GST, and it's around 9,000. Currently 9,000 is also discounted. We are giving that in 8850, which is including 18%. So for people who are wanting to maintain their digital store on Google My Business, specifically this for Google My Business, and this will attract more customers, as you know, and it will also organically increase our ranking on Google search. There's a question. Yes, thank you. Product update will be done by yourself, or we no. Only thing is, the profile 100% will be managed by our company. You need to send us products from your side, and you can send us in a WhatsApp. So I can show that how a customer sends us pictures. They send us in a WhatsApp. So if you're running a fashion store, you can simply click good pictures through your phone, which is neat and nice. If you're running a restaurant, you can click food options. If you're running a particular service industry, if you're into servicing, if you're into institute training deliveries, you can just give us keywords, description, and we will create the content also for you. So we also create the content, we also post it. But if you're running into a product business like t-shirts, apparels, then you need to send pictures to us. But if you're into a service industry, you can simply give us your business description, some keywords, and we can create content for you, especially for dentists and training institutes. They are service deliveries. They don't have a product as such. So they give us the description, keywords, we create content for them. So the USP for us itself is that we also create contents. Festival posts are all complimentaries from our side. Sometimes we also create presentation videos, which just happens once in 1 month, just to enhance or just to market your business. Yes, every time, every day we're going to